Quick disclaimer, this video is really long, and if you don't like knowing what gear or stuff that I'm doing, don't watch this vlog. I'll probably edit a vlog today. It'll be more exciting and more what I usually do. So for those gearheads out there and that want to know what I'm doing, watch this video. Thanks. What's up, guys? It is Thursday, which means that you guys get a wonderful video from me, and I'm really excited for this one because this is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I haven't done because I didn't feel like I had yet set up my studio the way I've wanted to. However, I feel like that I've now done so, and we're going to get on with the business. Yeah, it's kind of early morning, so I got a pretty booming voice right now. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I think that it's important for everybody to have a studio of some sort that they can call their own, that helps them create, at least be creative, or let them have their own workspace. And part of that is just finding a place to do so, whether that's really up at campus or at your home or in a special location, perhaps in a garage or a separate studio, like actual studio. Mine's actually in an office space that I have here in my own home. It used to be our bedroom, but we switched things around right before Amelia was born, and so we decided to repurpose this as a great office. And I have to say that it's pretty great. Is this painting? I got it at the food market here, farmers market, here in Ogden. And right below that is my bookshelf with a printer. And just some other books. A lot of the books I have here are just like church books and some other paperwork, some notebooks, some journals that I have. Like I said, this was pretty great. It's all done by spray paint. What else I have here is this lights camera action, and I think this was like 30 bucks at the home store in Riverdale. My wife came home, she's like, I have a present for you. She's like, I saw it and I was like, I had to get it for you because I know it would fit perfect for your office. I'm like, okay, what is it? And then she shows up with that, and I'm just like, that's freaking awesome. I'm excited to have this in the office, and I've loved it ever since. It kind of inspires me to actually roll the camera and get going with videos. When the world says give up, hope whispers, try it one more time. I got this quote because my wife always tells me that I'm really hopeful, and I like to think that I am hopeful. Sometimes I get kind of in a slum, and I don't think about it. But all these photos of my family and me getting married and Sadie graduating and soon me graduating and having a baby, kind of inspire me to remind me of the things that matter most, which is, creating and family. Over here, I've got my slew of hats. This is a hat that I got that's way beat up, but I got it when I was on a mission from a kid that I taught. So the Whalers is they are a hockey team in Connecticut. If I was gonna recommend a hat to buy, I would say buy this hat because it's probably the most comfortable hat I've ever worn, and it's just super good looking, really comfortable. So if you're a Real Salt Lake fan, get this hat. This is a glow in the dark lettering right here, and it's pretty sweet. I really enjoy it. Morning. She's too adorable. We think that she'll be walking by the end of the month.
Not walking.
Sorry, not walking, crawling.
Yes.
Walking is a whole, like, 6 months away.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the hats. My mythical creature hat, I really think it's pretty fun. And then I have some newsy hats. I really like these hats, they're just fun. I got a sweet keyboard. I'm gonna be trying to teach myself how to play piano, as well as make some music for my actual vlogs. And this is a whiteboard that I will write stuff up on. The lights that I use are these Lumo Studio lenses that I got on Amazon for 50 bucks. This is the third one for like a 3-piece light kit. It's tiny. It's a little tiny stand that you can put on on the floor, and then it'll backlight it. And then it comes with an adapter thing that you connect here, and it has for the bulb, and there's a switch, and it's pretty great. I accidentally took this to a shoot, and I was pulling on the cable, and it like and just destroyed my lens or my bulb. So I have to get a third one, or a third replacement, or a replacement for that this third light, which is fine. But they are $50, and so I think that for $50, if you're a new filmmaker, and getting lights is huge. Like even if you're shooting with an iPhone or a GoPro, like getting lights for a studio like this and doing stuff like this will take you from being intermediate to huge, and which is gonna be really good. And it comes, like I said, it comes with 2 umbrellas, and it makes you look a little more professional than tin cans. But tin cans is where I started, which is you can get those at Home Depot for like $12. All right, enough of that. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about camera reviews or camera equipment that I have. And for that, I'm going to put a hat on because I'm gonna use my GoPro. I have a GoPro Hero 4. We're gonna take this. This is a ball cap, and I have a head mount, but head strap. And so it's got a little ball strap, and it connects to a hat. So I'm gonna put this GoPro on my hat, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn this camera off, and then I'm gonna record with this one, and I'm gonna have it as a down pointed view so that I can showcase what I'm doing. And how I'm gonna do my audio is I have a Rode Smart Lav Plus, and this one is probably one of my favorite purchases that I've ever done because it is super versatile, because you can just plug it into your phone and then record, and then you can add a little extra preamp or some extra compression and some other things in the actual in post, and you have clean audio. And if you're doing just a GoPro and a Smart Lav and some lights, you're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording, and then I'll start on here. All right, guys. So let's go talk about my cameras. So this is the camera bag that I use. It's a Low Pro. I can't remember what the actual brand name is. Or I mean, Low Pro, and then it's a photo hatchback. This is pretty sweet. I really love it. This is a Lumix G7 with a Metabone speed adapter and 14 to 20 wide angle. It's actually surprising how much a wide angle really does for you if you're shooting by yourself. That's why GoPros are pretty great, because you can hold them pretty close and you get your whole face in it. You don't have to, have your arm super extended. But this one came with and I guess what I should say is that the reason why I really like this backpack is because it's got this cool little pouch in the backpack and back part of it where you can hold all your lenses. It came with a 14 to 140, so it's a zoom lens, and because it's a micro 4/3, it's going to be 24 to 280, which is pretty great, and it's a pretty standard, awesome lens. I want to get a new lens for this. And then this is a lens that I'm using from my school, which is Weber State University. It's a 24 to 70. This is for when I'm shooting like not myself, and I'm doing an actual professional shoot or like an interview. That one or the 50. Both these lenses are pretty awesome. This is a Sigma 24 to 70. The autofocus is not the best, but I'm not really using it for autofocus. I'm using it for the the shot. When you're taking pictures, it's pretty awesome. The 50 is probably one of the nifty 50 is what we call it, because you can do so much with this, and it gets super crisp with such a great aperture. Being a 1.5, you're going to be getting your money's worth. And I think they just came out with an updated version. This one's pretty plasticky. I mean, this one's plastic, but this one feels way more sturdy than what this does. And so I have all my, lens caps and covers and whatnot, which is really important. So this one, I really like this because I started going with the G7 because it's shoots 4K and it's compact. Even though when you put this lens on, it looks pretty huge, which is for me fine. But when I want to just, do some running gun stuff, I put the lens for the kit lens on this, and it's really, really, really light, which is nice. And this Rode mic is the Video Mic Rode Pro, before they had the shock mount that they updated it with, because these ones kind of come out and they get worn, so it comes with a replacement, but it's kind of, I mean, it does the job, but for sure I'm glad they updated it.
It's awesome. I did have to learn, you kind of have to learn on YouTube. Maybe I'll do a tutorial one day, but you have to put it on plus 20 dB and really lower your manual volume on your camera, because the preamps in your cameras aren't very good. And so that's kind of what I run. I also have a point and shoot. So this is the G7. It's the point and shoot that I have. This is probably, it's really rugged, and if you're gonna, you want to spend some money other than a GoPro, because maybe you don't want to have to buy all the accessories or whatever. This is probably the camera to also get, because it gets great video, has really good autofocus, and it's just fun, kind of great to put it in your pocket and go, which is wonderful. So with that being said, let's see what else I have. A cable extension for the Rode mic so that I can make a boom pole, and which I've jimmy rigged a couple of times, which is probably really great, because then you can jimmy rig it and then you can connect it to like a zoom. And the zoom, you need an adapter, which you can just buy, which is really cheap for one of these. This is great to have in any case, because you could, if you have another mic, you could plug that puppy into this and plug into your recorder, or to even like this, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. So let's go ahead, and I have some memory cards and other good extra equipment. I recently just got one of the Gorilla Pods because I wanted to be able to, casing nice out this puppy and just, hold it and attach it. In my last video I used it, which was really, really useful. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about my desk. So this is it's a wooden desk that my mom got, and I got my pens. These are Soul Republic wireless headphones, which I'm not gonna lie, are really great to have just to listen to music. I don't really like editing in them. I actually really like editing in, these are called Trax Airs, and these are Master Tracks, that's what they're called. So the Master Tracks are over-the-ear headphones. These are on-ear headphones, and I really like the Master Tracks because they're super comfortable. They're great for editing long time, which is I really like. They just sit on my head and they kind of disappear. These ones kind of get a little bothersome after a little bit, but if I'm moving around, it doesn't really matter. So that's what's up. I'm rocking a MacBook Pro late 2013, I believe. It's a 15-inch. The reason why I'm rocking this bad boy is because I really like the wideness of it, and I've got a second monitor that I've had for a while to do my editing suite. So it's kind of the fun portion of it. I take this everywhere, and so I can always edit, and I got it because I wanted to edit my own stuff. I'm going to be producing some Final Cut tutorials and in the next little bit, because I want to showcase what I've learned, and I think that would be useful for people who are starting out. And not so much, I'm going to focus a little bit about the tools, but I'm going to really focus on the techniques that are really important.
I did also want to mention some of the things that I also have for audio production. I am rocking a Focusrite TI-2. It's an audio interface for the Mac and PC, and it's probably the most popular one, and it's awesome because it's small, compact, that you could take it, but I've got it stationed right on my desk. So I just plug it in, or I have it, rocking here, just chilling on my desk, so that it's plugged in with my mic that I have up with a boom pole, and that way I can just go and start recording audio, straight doing voiceovers, or even just trying to even do audio recordings for other stuff, for Audacity, or when I'm doing stuff for the radio station. It's already set up, and I just have to plug it into my computer, which is what I just normally do. As I come home, connect my stuff, and I'm good to go. I also have the T3i, my first camera, and for just the backup stuff, probably might be selling that. Well, there you have it. That's my room setup and my gear list. I will link all the stuff down below. If you have enjoyed this, leave a thumbs up, and I will talk a little bit more about what I use and how I use it. And thanks for watching, guys.